Hi, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Still pushing this. This is real more important now that good old MotiveWave is now on Linux and you can live trade cryptocurrency. 2 wishes I wished for last year. It's here now. So we got this DVD here, Trade Like a Boss, that covers that. You can get that over at the quantlabs.net/DVD. And you can also come on over to our page here for that and all important webinar we got coming up on Monday, as well as our book. All right, so let's get into our study here. If you were to get the books that I mentioned, that includes a open source screening software that I've been using. And when you look at the markets, that the way they are today, I think they're down 1-2%. These are some of the winners we can look at. I've got a whole bunch of other ones, but I want to go over when timing's everything when it comes to this sort of thing, to look for potentially pre-market winners when it comes to penny stock, microcaps, or whatnot. So the first one I want to look at is this one called SNDX. Or this is it here. So these are the sort of things you want to look for in terms of patterns. Is a minute chart. You look at the moves here. One of the important things here is if you look at the time here, that it's at 15:59 is the last bar for this particular stock. This is the #1 winner for today, and then it starts up again at 7 a.m. As you can see here at the bottom left there, it's 7:05. What you can start to do early pre-market, and it's usually around 7 o'clock, is you can watch this move before the official open. So right here, the price has already moved from roughly, let's say $7, and it's gone up pre-market up until about, here's your peak right here at 9:20. So it's gone up, quite a bit, $2 on a $7 stock. That's a pretty impressive move. So you can watch again these moves up, and using that software that I mentioned will help you. So this is the kind of pattern we're looking for to see if we do have a winner. So according to my list here, with the next one that we want to look at is LLIT. This one, again, when you look at the pre-market, we see everything stops at roughly around 4 o'clock our time. And let me just put this into full screen. Sorry about that. So around 4 p.m., everything's pretty well stops, and it starts going to pre-market around 7 a.m. and it jumps up, but it peaks up at 360. And again, this is a stock at 240. So all the action takes place in the pre-market. So using this type of tool in the pre-market will help you decipher your winners. And then when you look at when the market opens up, in this case, it's down at 270. It goes up to 320. And that's the peak of it, up at around 10:30. But it goes up to, with one wick going up to 336 from 290. So you're looking at roughly about a 10% move. That's pretty good. But if you were to catch these moves from 230, you would have been up 50% in the pre-market. As you can see here, it looks like it started around 1931 is the time, and then it really started to take off at 7:06. So again, pre-market 7:06, just no different than the other stock. Pre-market action starts to take place at 7 a.m. and that's something to watch for. But this one did not pop at 9:30 that you would expect. That all the action took place pre-market. All right, so another one to look at is CBLI. Some of these, now remember, we're dealing with a down market. So you got to remember that a lot of these, just to have one or two like this is a treat for people like myself, but it's again something to watch for. What we're after is the pattern here. So you can see here 1753 and just in around 730, it looks like, so that's 1756, 1806. So now let me just see if we have any action here. So this one took off. So there was a lot of aftermarket, and January 23rd. So at around 4:16 pre-market. Let's see what started happening around. So it looks like pre-market again, but things didn't really take off until about again 7:29. But it didn't move up much. I mean, it moved, but here from roughly 360 all the way up to a peak of, it did move up, but later on. So this one, oddly, 330, and there you go. It peaked up to 465 $1 on top of that. That's a big move. Another one, AHPI. So here we can see we have some, again, pre-market around 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7:20, it started to move up, came back down. So we're dealing at 340, let's say 360, all the way up to 447. So that's quite the move. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that we've looked at. We've got another one called HCHC. This one, I don't know, didn't do a whole lot. So again, big jump here. Didn't really do anything. So those first four I've shown you. I'm going to show you another one called AEMD. AEMD. So let's see this one. This one's not too bad. So you can see a lot of the pre-market here, a lot of activity, and that's taking place at around aftermarket. So here comes the 31st of today, around 7:30. It just gaps up like crazy, drops off, gaps up again, and then here we are at roughly at the open, and that's at 9:37. So from 381 to about 411. So it's a 30-cent. Look at this other one called Workhorse Group, WKHS. Let's see if this can be found. Yes. So again, here's another nice one. This is up 14% from what I'm seeing. But again, here's the problem though. This one got, so you can see here it gapped up, and then it came down, and then it gapped up a little bit here right after the market, it looks like. Yeah, 953, 286, all the way up to, wow, that's moved up quite a bit. About a 50% move. That's pretty impressive. Not sure if there's any comments or whatnot on that. So this is the sort of thing we need to look for. I'll look up another one called Finvolution PPDF. I don't think I could find this one on PPDF. Let me see here if this. Oh, no. I'm going to leave that. I had problems finding that. SNGX. SNGX. So that is Solengenics. So, yeah, you can see very little pre-market though. This one would have been hard to catch. But right around here, 246 all the way up to 286. So these are smaller moves. So I'm not going to focus on these guys. But the pattern's there, especially on the first four I've shown. So majority of them do take place around 7. A little bit of aftermarket action, but most of it looks like it happens pre-market. So using this tool, again, you can get that tool, as I said, at the book here, and you can get it there, and that's the tool I'm using. It's an open source tool in Java, as well as if you want to know about more about algo trading, just come over, try out the DVD, quantlabs.net/DVD. And that's pretty exciting stuff to be able to watch that and identify the pattern. Also, just so you know, I am testing out trade-ideas.com. My trial will start on February 3rd, so I'll be doing a full review of that. It's $100 a month, so I'm not sure if this technique I'm just showing you may be just as beneficial as the trade ideas as well. Who knows? But $100 a month. So let me know what you think. You know where to go if you want to grab some stuff. But again, if you want that software, just come to quantlabs.net/book. Try it out, and that's it. We shall talk to you later. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and we shall talk to you soon.